My neighbor, Tom, stopped me last October as I was pulling up my bell pepper plants. I had a big pile of perfectly healthy green plants ready to toss into the compost bin. "What on earth are you doing?" he asked. I shrugged and told him, "The season is over, Tom. I have to clean up before the frost hits." He just smiled, shook his head, and walked me over to his porch. There, in a simple container, was the most magnificent pepper plant I had ever seen. It had thick, woody stems, almost like a small tree, and dozens of peppers were hanging from every single branch. "This beauty is 4 years old," he said. "Same plant. Never replanted. It produces more fruit every year than it did the year before." I thought he was pulling my leg. I thought it was a prank. But then, he showed me his secret. And today, I'm sharing that secret with you. What if I told you that pulling out your pepper plants every fall is the biggest, most expensive mistake you are making? What if I told you that everything the big box garden centers taught you is a lie? Bell peppers are not annual plants. They aren't supposed to die after one season. Today, right here on Home Garden Fix, I am revealing the 7 secrets to turning one single pepper plant into a lifetime supply. No more back pain from digging. No more buying new seedlings every May. And the best part? I'll show you how to make your harvest completely invisible to deer and mice. Before we dive into secret number 1, I have to know, have you been throwing your plants away every year? Be honest. Drop a comment right now and tell me your pepper record. How many have you tossed? I read every single comment, and I want to see how many people we are about to save today. And if you want to garden smarter, not harder, hit that subscribe button right now. We help you fix your garden, one step at a time. Trust me, you do not want to miss our next video on how to do this with tomatoes, too. Let's start with why we've been misled all these years. Here is the controversial truth that nurseries won't tell you. In their native home in South America, peppers are perennials. They can live, thrive, and produce fruit for 5, 7, or even 10 years. So why are they in the annual section at the store? Simple. They want to sell you new plants every spring. It's a business model, not a biological fact. Peppers are tropical. They love warmth. The only thing that kills them is frost. When the temperature drops below 50 degrees, they panic. Below 32, they freeze. But if you keep them just above freezing, they don't die. They just take a winter nap called dormancy. Next spring, while your neighbors are struggling with tiny, fragile seedlings, your 4-year-old plant already has a massive, established root system. It wakes up and explodes. You get flowers 2 months earlier and double the harvest. But I used to do this the hard way, digging them out of the ground. It was messy, my back hurt, and the plants died from shock. That brings us to our first life-changing secret. Secret number 1 to infinite peppers: stop planting them in the ground. I know it sounds crazy, but if you want a plant to live for 5 years, it needs a stable home. Digging a plant up every winter severs the tiny feeder roots and traumatizes the plant. Instead, use the forever container method. Plant them in a pot from day 1. But don't use those tiny 1-gallon pots. That's like forcing a giant to live in a closet. To reach 5 years of age, your pepper needs a home that is at least 5 gallons. If you have the space, 7 to 10 gallons is even better. Now, here is the home garden fix for your back. Put that pot on a plant dolly with wheels. In the summer, you roll it to the sunniest spot. When a summer storm rolls in, you roll it to safety. And when winter arrives, you gently roll it into the garage or a sunroom. No lifting, no mess. The plant doesn't even know it moved. Now that the plant has a home, we need to talk about the soil. The most common mistake people make is using garden soil in a pot. Do not do this. Garden soil turns into heavy concrete in a container. The roots will suffocate and rot. Your forever pepper needs soil that breathes. Here is my golden formula for a plant that lives for a decade. First, 50% high-quality potting mix. This keeps things light and fluffy. Second, 30% compost or worm castings. This is your long-term, slow-release food. Third, this is the most critical part, 20% perlite. Those are the little white rocks you see in professional mixes. Why perlite? Because peppers hate wet feet. If their roots sit in water, they will drop their flowers in protest. Perlite creates thousands of tiny air pockets. Get this mix right, and you will never deal with root rot again. Are you finding this helpful so far? If this is making sense, give the video a quick like. It helps us reach more gardeners who are tired of the old, hard ways of doing things. Secret number 3. You have to cut its head off. I know, it hurts your feelings to prune a healthy plant. But this is the difference between a weak, spindly stick and a mighty pepper tree. When your young plant is about 6 to 8 inches tall, I want you to snip off the very top. Peppers naturally want to grow straight up. If you let them, they become lanky. Later, when heavy fruit grows, the branches will snap under the weight. By topping the plant, you force it to send energy down and push out 2 new main stems. This creates a strong, Y shape. You are building a sturdy skeleton that can support 50 peppers at once. One hard cut now means a lifetime of abundance. This is where greed accidentally kills your yield. We all want bright red, sweet peppers. But here is the biology. The plant's only goal is to make seeds. When a pepper turns fully red, the plant gets a chemical signal that says, "Mission accomplished." The seeds are mature. Stop making flowers. And just like that, the factory shuts down for the year. If you want an endless supply, you have to trick the plant. Harvest 60% of your peppers when they are full-sized but still green. This tells the plant, "We failed. We have no seeds. Try again." The plant will go into a frenzy and unleash a new wave of flowers. Eat the green ones for cooking and leave just a few to turn red for your salads. This keeps the harvest coming all season long. Let's talk about the gardener's nightmare. Waking up to a bare stick because a deer or groundhog had a midnight snack. If you grow in the ground, you need expensive fences. But since we are using containers, we have a free, 100% effective solution: elevation. Deer are terrified of climbing narrow stairs or coming onto raised decks near human activity. By keeping your pots up high on a porch or balcony, you create a natural physical barrier. No sprays, no fences, no heartbreak. Plus, your peppers are now only 5 steps away from your kitchen. I want to hear from you. Have you ever lost a harvest to pests? Drop a comment and tell me your story. It helps the whole community learn what to watch out for. Annual plants are sprinters. They need fast, chemical energy. Your perennial pepper is a marathon runner. It needs a steady diet. The biggest mistake is using too much nitrogen. You'll get a giant green bush with 0 peppers. The secret weapon? Magnesium. Once a month, give your plants Epsom salt. Not table salt, magnesium sulfate. It strengthens the cell walls and helps with photosynthesis. Mix 1 tablespoon into a gallon of water and give them a drink. This simple monthly fix keeps your plants thriving for years. Finally, the winter migration. When the nights hit 50 degrees, roll your dollies inside. Check for bugs, give the branches a light trim, and put them near a sunny window. If the plant drops some leaves, do not panic. It's just napping. By February, you'll see tiny green buds. You've won. While everyone else is spending money at the nursery, you are already harvesting. And here is your bonus tip for the massive harvest you're about to have. Don't just freeze your extra peppers. Roast them until the skin turns black. Let them steam in a bowl for 10 minutes, and peel the skin off. You'll be left with smoky, sweet, summer honey that tastes amazing in January. Thanks for watching Home Garden Fix. Which of these 7 secrets surprised you the most? Let me know below. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our perennial tomato guide next week. Keep growing. And remember, every garden problem has a simple fix. Happy gardening, friends.